if you look at history, Rome was really good for Romans for a long, long time. The fall of Rome was bad for everybody. The transition was bad for everybody. Coming out of World War II, right? When you were a Nazi in Nazi Germany, things were pretty good, right? But then when Nazi Germany fell, it was bad for a lot of people. There was a lot of war, there was a lot of death, there was a lot of starvation. Multiple countries had been destroyed. There was a war, there was a transition of power. Same thing happened at the fall of the Soviet Union.
In that war, I was watching a documentary about it the other day. It was interesting because I watched both the sort of Soviet Union rush into Berlin and I watched America rushed into Berlin. They both took different parts of Germany. And then once they'd taken down the Nazis, they kind of went to war with each other.
Correct.
Because they then were trying to figure out who was in charge of Germany and how they were going to divvy up land. So there was another war, basically, like a civil war following the...
And the same thing happened in China. The same thing happened as our Pacific forces kind of worked their way up through Japan. There became conflict in the East as well, right? So transition periods where near-peer countries or where countries become near-peer competitors, that's not, people don't stop competing as the competition increases. Like what's happening in the world right now in Ukraine and Russia, in Israel with Hamas, with the Houthis and with the Iranians, like what's happening is competition is on the rise. So everything becomes less stable. Things become more dangerous. When there's a clear bully in the playground, there's only one bully and nobody has to mess with the bully. And it's a bad day for anyone the bully messes with, but for the most part, everybody else is good. But what happens when there's two bullies? Shit gets messy. The bullies make posses. The posses have to fight with each other. More people get hurt, more rabble-rousing happens in the playground than when there's just one bully. So for me, the United States is the bully on the playground. And I, as an American citizen, am living in a place where it's pretty good to be on the bully's side. So for me, pragmatically speaking, if I want the best for my children, what I really need is for the United States to remain the only bully.